Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to our Newton County Board of Education meeting. If you would, bow your heads for moments of silence, please. Thank you. Will we stand for our pledge? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, I'd like to welcome everyone. We have some special recognition, Ms. Berry.
Yes, we do. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we have several students and 2 schools deserving of recognition. First, we'll recognize our recent winners of the 2018 Georgia Council for the Social Studies Regional Fair. Newton County School System students competed against students from 43 other counties, and our students fared extremely well. Overall, 17 Newton County School System students earned first, second, or third place honors at the regional competition. Students, when I call your name, please come forward to accept your certificate of recognition from our school board chair, Mr. Almond Turner. Leanna Poole, and who is not here this evening, but I do want to recognize her. Leanna is a junior at Alcovey High School, and she won first place with her project, The War on Drugs or the War on People. So congratulations to Leanna. Julia Colt and Natalia Sanchez. Julia is a freshman at Newton High School and the Newton College and Career Academy STEM Institute. And Natalia is a freshman at Alcovey High School and the Newton College and Career Academy STEM Institute. They won first prize on their project, Sunken Dreams, Sunken Economy. What impact will the removal of DACA and TPS have on the United States? Congratulations to Julia and Natalia. Lewis Grady. Lewis is a senior at the Academy of Liberal Arts at Newton High School, and he won first place with his project, How Are Germany's Economic Crisis After World War I and Zimbabwe's Economic Crisis Similar? Congratulations to Lewis. Riley Bristow and Bethany McGowan. Riley and Bethany are 7th grade students at Indian Creek Middle School, and they won second place with their project, How Polluted Newton County Water Affects Its Citizens. Congratulations to Riley and Bethany. Bryson McClure and Josiah Amankwa. Bryson and Josiah are 8th grade students at Indian Creek Middle School, and they won second place honors with their project, Atlanta versus Charlotte, which is a better city, history, and facts. Congratulations, Bryson and Josiah. Kyla Clay and Isaiah Dawson. Kyla and Isaiah are 8th grade students at Newton County Theme School, and they won second place with their project, How Has Racial and Gender Profiling Affected the United States and the People Within the United States? Congratulations, Kyla and Isaiah. Jacob Sorrells. Jacob is a junior at Alcovey High School, and he won second place with his project, Should We Stand for Our Country? Congratulations, Jacob. Cecilia, not here, Cecilia Smith. Cecilia is a sixth grade student at Liberty Middle School, and she won third place honors with her project, How Did the First Person on Earth Get Money? Congratulations to Cecilia. Asia Palmer. Asia is an eighth grade student at Veterans Memorial Middle School, and she won third place with her project, The Effects of Fast Food in America. Congratulations, Asia. Nadia Dixon. Nadia is a sixth grade student at Veterans Memorial Middle School, and she won third place with her project, The Evolution of Hip Hop. Congratulations, Nadia. Gracie Bates and Jersey Patrick. Gracie and Jersey are both seventh grade students at Newton County Theme School, and they won third place with their project, The Effects of Cyberbullying on Middle Schoolers.
Like it's gonna itch.
Congratulations to Gracie and Jersey. Casey Roberson. Casey is a senior at the Academy of Liberal Arts at Newton High School, and he won third place with his project, The Economics of the Diamond Market. Congratulations, Casey. And if you would indulge me one more time, let's congratulate all of our regional social studies fair winners on a job well done. Congratulations to our social studies fair winners. You guys were amazing with your projects. Finally, tonight we have two schools deserving of recognition. Georgia School Superintendent Richard Woods recently announced that two Newton County schools, East Newton Elementary School and South Salem Elementary School, were named 2018 Title I Reward Schools. Both schools received the designation in the highest progress school category, meaning they were each among the top or the 10% of the state's Title I schools, making the most progress in improving the performance of the all students group over the 3 years on statewide assessments. I'd like to ask Dr. Sheila Thomas, our Director of Federal Programs, to come forward to assist Mr. Turner with presenting the official Title I Reward School banners to our principals. First, would Dr. Kim Cody, principal of East Newton Elementary School, please come forward to accept your banner. Congratulations to the administrators, faculty, staff, students, and parents at East Newton Elementary School for a job well done. Congratulations.
Complicated.
The paparazzi picture taken. Lights are hot. Oh, wait, no. Congratulations, East Newton. Would Ms. Taryn Newman, principal of South Salem Elementary School, please come forward to accept your banner? Congratulations to the administrators, faculty, staff, students, and parents of South Salem Elementary School for earning this prestigious designation. We are very proud of both East Newton and South Salem. Congratulations. Again, it is with great pleasure that we recognize our students. It's one of the my favorite parts of a board meeting is getting to see all of our students and hear about all the wonderful things that they're doing and be able to share that with our community so that everyone knows in our community how well our students compete across the state. Kids are pretty amazing. So thank you, students, for your hard work and your dedication and commitment to putting together what I know to be not an easy process in terms of the writing and preparing for a social studies fair competition, whether it's regional or statewide. We are very proud of you, and to East Newton and to South Salem, thank you very much for your hard work and commitment and your dedication to being better every single year and moving our students to where they need to be. We really appreciate your hard work, so thank you. Mr. Turner, at this time, this concludes our recognition piece of our agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Ferry. If the parents and grandparents and other relatives, friends of these students, you all please stand. On behalf of the superintendent and the rest of the board members, we'd like to thank you for your support in providing the necessary tools and support to make sure that our students in the system here are reach way beyond their expectations to become leaders in our country. And we really thank you for that, and we'd like to give you all a big round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. And at this point, I know you all are anxious to sit here and listen to the rest of the meeting of the Board of Education. But if you so desire to leave, now would be a good time to do so. Again, thank you very much.
I feel like this thing is like right in my face. There we go. Microphone.
Okay, Ms. Ferry, do we have any public participation?
No, sir, we do not.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve the agenda, please.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Baker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coggins. Any questions or concerns? Having none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same motion carries. I need a motion to approve the minutes, please.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Baker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bailey. Any questions or concerns? Having none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same motion carries. Superintendent's report.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
In the financial statement is there for your review. And in the operations report, under business and finance, number one, the special purpose local option for education sales tax distribution for February was $911,054, which is a decrease of $50,627 from the previous month. And item two, the title ad valorem tax collection for February was $62,122.15. And then finally, the rate of expenditures is within budget and less than last year, with 71.02% of funds expended compared to 72.63% in fiscal year 17. In facilities, the Facilities Department recently recognized several lead custodians and custodial teams for having the cleanest school. Schools are routinely evaluated through a third-party inspection process and receive a score. Based on those scores, two schools, Mansfield Elementary School and Oak Hill Elementary School, tied for first place. Newton College and Career Academy and Veterans Memorial Middle School tied for second place, and Livingston placed third. In pupil transportation, school buses traveled a total of 367,000 miles, and the average cost for diesel fuel was $2.50. On page 2, school nutrition, Number 5, the School System Wellness Committee met to discuss and celebrate the progress of wellness events taking place at participating schools. 16 schools are actively participating in the Alliance for a Healthier Generations Healthy Schools program, which guides schools on the implementation of wellness programs while providing continuing education to teachers. And that concludes the financial statement and the operations report.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve items under A, please.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Coggins. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bailey. Any questions or concerns? Having none, all in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Item B,
CIT report, Oak Hill Elementary School, South Salem Elementary School, and Newton County Theme Schools' fourth grade teachers are taking part in a full-year pilot of one-to-one Chromebooks for all students. The technology department continues to support teachers at those schools by modeling lessons in classrooms, creating curriculum, and providing professional development using research-based instructional strategies. On page 5, number 17, on page 4, number 12. CTA students from multiple middle schools and high schools across Newton County attended their Career Technical Student Organization state conferences throughout the month of March. These events provide opportunities for our CTA students to learn more about leadership and show off their technical skills in various competitions. Now on to page 5, number 17. At the March leadership meeting, Dr. Sheila Thomas shared information about the advanced ed preparation process for Newton County schools. The presentation included information about how the district and schools will need to document efforts of the continuous improvement journey and how the district will support preparation process and the components of advanced ed reaccreditation, review, and scoring. And finally, on page 7, number 20, Newton County Special Olympics program hosted Special Olympics Track and Field Week in March. Approximately 400 athletes and 300 volunteers from the schools and community made the week a huge success. Track and field activities consisted of the 50 and 100 meter dash, softball throw, long jump, and developmental events. And that concludes the CIT report.
thank you. You want to go ahead and do the enrollment?
Yes, sir. Enrollment report, there are currently 19,690 students enrolled. This time last year, there were 19,713 students enrolled. And that concludes the enrollment report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve item under B, please, 1 and 2. Motion by Mr. Bailey. Do I have? Second by Ms. Baker. Any questions or concerns?
I do have a question.
Go ahead, Ms. Baker.
Okay, Dr. Barr, I have a question about number 2, and I don't know if that question goes to you, Mr. Fayel, or Roundtree, Mr. Roundtree, about the technology integration with the fourth graders at the pilot program. What are the plans at the end of the pilot program depending the results, or pending on the results?
Ms. Henderson Baker, do you see anybody moving behind me?
No, I do not. So what I see, but Dr. Barr, did you notice that I asked that question, and I called those two, and I actually looked back there when I was asking that question.
All right, I'm just making sure. Okay.
So I already knew I had to excuse you from it.
I have the rock going. I know Mr. Roundtree likes to talk, so I was going to give him the opportunity first. It's a multi-facet where we're looking in the rollout plan. Where first component is looking to evaluate the use of the Chromebook in the classroom. This is our first large-scale implementation of the Chromebook device, deviating from our traditional Windows computer. So that was the first component of it. And the next component is seeing how the devices could be integrated with teachers with support in a certain grade level to utilize it in their classroom and day-to-day use. So we are taking those components and seeing how we can scale this one-to-one type environment and see if it's the best fit in the elementary level, whether it's more of a shared deployment, because we currently have been using the shared deployment across the district. So trying to see if the one-to-one in the classroom actually benefits the students in their classrooms.
Okay, so I have another question based on that. So pending the results, let's say the outcome is good, and you said you're trying to see if determine if it's gonna be at the elementary level. Would the next step be to see in secondary, or would it be to try another grade in elementary?
Well, ultimately, most of the schools that are currently, the 3 schools that we're looking at, they are looking with their current devices to ensure that those students in the 4th grade will also have a similar experience in their 5th grade year, because the teachers that are in 4th grade will still have those devices for the next year. So since they have been, received the most training, they will keep those devices so they can continue to expand it, because it was ultimately a learning process, seeing what's working, what didn't work, and how we need to adjust it before we can really say, okay,
It's
this
gonna
is where we
roll
want to
out.
go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Having none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same, motion carries. We have no old business, we'll go to new business. Item A and B, Mr. Barry.
Good evening, everyone. I have a couple of items to share with you. Each year, we have to review the handbooks, and we're going to share with you those 2 items today. The superintendent recommends the approval of the system portion of the 2018-19 elementary student handbook. The changes by page number are noted below, or some of the changes by page number are noted below. In the attached document, which I think you have, additions have been noted in blue and deletions have been struck in red. The system portion of the elementary handbook has been reviewed over the past month, and in addition to minor typographical errors and changes in dates and times, the following revisions are recommended. The table of contents will be finalized upon approval by the BOE. And I'll just go through a couple of these. The page 3, and of course this list is not all inclusive. There are a few other things that you'll be able to see with the edits in there. But I just pointed out a few for you. Page 3 is the removal of the strategic plan page, and the reason we have done that is because we're in the midst of revising the strategic plan as well as the mission and vision statement, and that work will not be completed, I think, until May, but it won't be completed in time for us to get the handbook published and sent to the printers. So what we'll do is we'll communicate that in another way to our stakeholders once we've completed that. Page 4 and 5, obviously, we updated the calendar and updated the principal contact information to make it current. And the school nutrition information was updated. There weren't very many changes, if any at all, but we did put in the updated numbers and dates. And we added one rule, which is fleeing and evading. And the reason that we have added that one is there have been a couple times when students of all grade levels have run, and sometimes they'll run out in the road or run through the school, and some of the secondary schools are a little concerned if a kid runs, they don't know where they're going or what they're doing, and just to try to keep them safe. So we've added consequence or rule and consequences for if they run from the staff members for safety reasons. And that's item A. Do you want me to go ahead with B? Or?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Item B is very similar, however, this is the secondary handbook. The superintendent recommends that the approval of the system portion of the 18-19 secondary handbook. Changes by page number are noted below in the attached document. Additions have been noted in blue and deletions have been noted in red. The background is the system portion of the secondary student handbook has been reviewed during the past month, and in addition to minor typographical errors and changes to dates and times, the following revisions are recommended. The table of contents and specific page numbers will be finalized upon approval by the BOE. And the changes there in the secondary are the exact change that I've highlighted, the exact changes that are in the elementary. So, any questions?
Thank you. I need a motion to approve item A and B, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Coggins, second by Ms. Baker. Any questions or concern as it relates to item A or B? Having none, all in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, same. Motion carries. Item C.
Yes, sir. In item C, the superintendent recommends the annual renewable contract for an integrated business solution within the transportation department be awarded to Genuine Parts Company doing business as Napa Auto Parts of Atlanta, Georgia. Recommendation is that be renewed for an additional contract period. The effective date will be April 26, 2018, with the expiration date being April 25, 2019. The Napa Integrated Business Solution provides the school system with complete turnkey management for all parts needs related to supplies and services. All parts and supplies pricing is at a discounted rate averaging approximately 12%. And the estimated contract value is $1.3 million. This cost will be paid for with budgeted general funds. And that is item C for your consideration.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve item C, please.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Baker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bailey. Any questions or concerns?
Yes, I have a question.
Mr. Johnson?
Your supporting information indicate that the contract guarantees a 7% gross profit. In that, the parts that are not manufactured by Napa is at a 7, and those that are not, which Napa serve as a coordinating agent or to get the parts, they are at a 25% markup. What portion of the 1.2 million that you said in here is the 7% versus the 25% purchase?
I don't know the exact answer, but very few, because most of their parts are stock items. And as it relates to the 7%, we've not had a problem with making that 7% profit margin for them. They've been able to do that, so we've not had to expend any additional funds. But I would have to look to see the exact percentage of non-stock parts. But even with that markup, with their buying power, they are typically able to buy the part still at a reduced cost from what we are able to do.
Why not consider another vendor to purchase those items that are not Napa items so that we can avoid the 25%?
We can certainly look at that,
I
but I'd have to get you some more information about how many parts
Oh, I
fall into that
understand that,
category.
understand that. But I'm a bit disappointed to know that we've not done anything or reviewed anything to help us get out of the 25% markup. And it's my understanding that Ford offers the same service. And further in your supplemental information, that, trying to find it. Well, I have to forego that, I don't see it, but and trying to reduce the overall cost.
Right.
Now, you seem to have confidence in this process. How many other school systems are using the Napa? It's not the majority of the school system. And several of them, a lot of them, well, not a lot of them, several of them, don't, I'll put it the way it's been converted to me, don't want Napa on campus. And why are you so attached to it? I think it's so great.
So for us, it's been very valuable in that at one time we were dedicating our mechanics to order the parts, and we no longer have to do that. Secondly, we're not responsible. When I first moved into transportation, we had lots of obsolete stock, and so we don't own it until we use it. And I think that's a very wise way to manage funds. And so, but we can certainly look at the things that you've outlined and get you some more information about it.
This has to be approved tonight?
Yes.
Why?
Because the contract expires. You gotta approve it tonight.
Well, I have some concerns that, you know, we are purchasing parts at 25% markup, and in reality, we can get them at the 7%. I have an issue with that, and that we have not found this out, processing bills of that high nature. I'm appealing to you, Mr. Superintendent, as to what we can do about that, because we need some immediate, in my opinion, address it.
We shall.
But we'll be in a contract.
We've got to have parts, and we've got to have a contract, and the process for putting it out for bid and going through that could have us in a situation where we don't have the things that we need at the time that we need them. And you guys have been satisfied in the transportation team with the service that's been provided at this point. So it's something that we can definitely explore as we move into the next fiscal year.
I have a question. May I?
Yeah, Ms. Baker?
So with Mr. Johnson's concern on the parts, because we don't know how many parts are like a 25% markup in the first place, so it may be a minimum amount. But on those parts, we're not bound to purchase those parts for Napa.
No, and
if
we
we
often-
can find them cheaper
That's
somewhere
right.
else.
And we often do price comparisons in the marketplace to make sure that we are not able to buy that part at a lesser cost. So that process is really ongoing.
That process is ongoing?
That's correct, right. Checking those prices to make sure, from other vendors, just to make sure that we are getting a good deal. And it's been our experience thus far that even with that markup, that they are still able to acquire the parts at a lesser cost than we can going out, just because of their nationwide buying power.
I've got one
Yeah, Ms. Coggins?
question. I think we started this originally, it was 2009.
2009.
And hasn't it saved us millions of dollars over the year?
It's-
I'm just,
It's saved us a lot of
a
money.
significant amount of money over the
Yes,
years.
I would agree with that, definitely.
Okay.
And the other good thing about it,
I'm sorry.
the other good thing about it, in my opinion, is that it allows us to have only the parts that we need. It's not parts just laying around. And as you mentioned earlier, when we need them, we pay for them then, not that they just sit around.
Well, I got my concerns out there, so.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Having none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries 4-1. Item D,
And item D, the superintendent recommends the attached items be declared surplus and disposed of per board policy, and that is item D.
I need a motion to approve item D, please.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bailey, second by Ms. Baker. Any questions or concerns? Having none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, same. Motion carries. Item E, Ms. Sanders,
Good evening, everyone.
good evening.
The superintendent recommends approval of the personnel items as outlined in executive session.
Need a motion to approve those items in executive session, please.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Coggins. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bailey. Any questions or concerns?
I have one.
Ms. Baker?
I would like to abstain from the voting on this recommendation.
Okay, let record show that Ms. Baker's abstained from voting. So we have a motion, we have a second. Any further questions or discussion? Having none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, same.
Aye.
Okay, we have one no vote, passes 3-1 with one abstention, one abstaining, okay? Any other matters of interest? Mr. Bailey?
No, sir.
Ms. Baker?
Not a matter of interest, but I would like to say, today, Superintendent Fury and I did a presentation in Macon on equity and social emotional learning. And so, as always, people are really excited about the work that the New York County school system is doing. So people were really giving a lot of kudos and wanted to know more information about some of the things that we have implemented within our school system.
Ms. Coggins?
I'd just like to say congratulations over just being on social media and in the newspapers and things like that. I've noticed a lot of our students as well as our employees receiving accolades recently, and I just want to say kudos to all of them for everything they do in school as well as outside of school, and congratulations.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson?
No, sir.
I'd like to echo what Ms. Baker mentioned, and I think our hat should go off to them because they're making these presentations, but the faculty and the other staff, they're implementing these programs, and, and people throughout the state and across the country, they're soliciting information from us to come in and present these programs to them. So my hat go off to all the administrators and the teachers, the workers, the lunchroom people, because it's transportation, you name it, because all of them play a big part. And we just want to thank you very much for that.
Absolutely, they're doing the work, so.
Thank you very much.
And also, y'all know I always leave out something, so before you give me that look. And also, to the board, you guys and stuff, when we go to these things, people like recognize our board as a stellar board. And when I'm doing district meetings and stuff like that, you hear so many issues among boards, and they're amazed that we don't have those issues. So they're like really amazed. So kudos to you guys for us being a cohesive board that works together. We can agree to disagree, and we walk out of here smiling.
Yes.
So,
Right. And I think that's one good thing that we have as a board, that we can disagree and do it in very tactful.
Absolutely.
And we come to a conclusion, and once that's done, we all leave on one accord. And I think that's what make up a great board. Just a couple of reminders. Partners of Education receptions at the Newton County School System Board of Education is going to be May the 2nd at 8:00 a.m. And we have a retirement dinner at Newton College and Career Academy May the 10th at 6:00 p.m. Ms. Fury, you have any further comments on any events that's coming up?
I do not. Just to thank our board. You know, you don't believe it until you sit among other boards and they tell you the stories, and it's just unbelievable. So we really are, as a community, very fortunate to have 5 people who are dedicated to the children and to the service of our community. And so we may overlook that sometimes, but it's really very important to the success of our children. And then to our schools and our leaders and our teachers and everybody, as Mr. Turner has already said, they're working hard every day and putting forth every piece of their bodies and souls to try to do what we need to do for our students. And so we really have a great school system that's focused on moving our students from where they are to where they need to be. And then my central office team, they put up with a lot, because especially during budget time, because I'm very meticulous and very much paying attention to line by line analysis, and probably work their nerves pretty hard, and they still keep coming back to work. So I appreciate them. They're a hardworking team, and I've said it before and I will say it again. I would line up the folks who are in our school system against any school system in the nation, and we would beat them hands down, period. And I mean that sincerely.
You may want to mention about the 3 high schools receiving the honors. Mention that.
Which the AP,
Right.
yes, our high schools, and 2 of our high school principals are here at this moment, but they were also recognized again. I don't even know the number of years it's been, but it's consecutive, where they have been recognized by the College Board for being AP honor schools. And that is not an easy thing to achieve, and it's based upon who's in those classes and what their test scores look like, and how we really have an open door policy about who takes our AP classes. If you want to take them and you have the desire to work hard, then you can take them. And so all 3 of our high schools have done fantastic work in the area of ensuring that students have access to high quality advanced placement programming. And I'm proud of them for that hard work and that continued recognition each year. They keep pulling up those wonderful accolades from the College Board.
Thank you.
Do we have a published ranking about among high schools, other areas?
They just give us a
Yeah.
designation, and we've got them, yeah, it's been posted. Sherry, I think, did a press release on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's been in the paper, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? You're on a good talking move, so.
You got anything else?
No.
I'm good.
Y'all good?
Yes.
Good. Can I get a motion to adjourn, please? Motion by Ms. Coggins, do I have a second? Second by Mr. Johnson. All in favor, aye? Aye. All opposed, same. We stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.